Hello, and thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. Since February is a month where many couples get together and they celebrate their relationships, I wanted to bring one particular matter to some of you all's attention. And it is one of those that you've got to be wide awake to, and that is the men and women who are too good to be true. Okay. And so I title this message, Too Good to Be True, Men and Women. Okay. It is very easy to be on your best behavior during a holiday season. It is very easy to decorate up an atmosphere and talk about how much you love someone. But if you are in a relationship where it doesn't feel like love, it feels like control, it doesn't feel like peace, it feels like war, it doesn't feel like things are going to get better, and deep down inside you know they're not, the person is not going to change, then why believe what appears to be too good to be true? Why believe it? Why persuade yourself into thinking that everything is all right and good when it's not? Too good to be true, men and women usually will drop their mask, okay? And they're going to drop their mask sooner or later by, one, they're going to show their true colors in an argument when they are offended, when they are upset by any number of things that you've said or done that rub them the wrong way. Number two is that they don't keep being nice, being generous, being kind. They start being very critical of others all over again. Too good to be true, people expect you to do far more for them than they will ever do for you. Once again, the mask has come off and they have gotten real with you. Too good to be true is limited. They were cooking and cleaning, and they were taking care of errands, and they were being very attentive to you for the time being. And that was because they wanted something from you. Whether it was for you to stay, because in a previous argument you were talking about you wanted to leave. They need some help with some bills. They need you to babysit children, especially if you don't have the children of your own. So they systematically chose you. There's a lot of too good to be true that just goes away. Okay. After they've gotten what they wanted. So too good to be true, men and women are those that will smile in your mom and your dad's face. They will take up time with your children. They will give you money even when you didn't ask. They will come over even when you really didn't want them to come over. So right away, you should be paying attention to the red flags. The red flags that they didn't respect your boundaries. When you said, oh, I'm busy right now, oh, could you come back another time? Or you just simply told them, I just got off of work, I'm relaxing, and they pop up. Okay? Or you were talking about something you're working with, and conveniently they show up at the right time to help you. But once again, did they ask? Did they forewarn you? Okay? Too good to be true, people appear like they're very accommodating, agreeable, but that is just an illusion. Because a lot of times, too good to be true, people are swallowing their pride for a time. For a time. Then the ego shows up. One day they explode. All the stuff that they kept inside, you weren't aware just how much they despise something that you said. You weren't aware that you were such an inconvenience. Meanwhile, I didn't ask you for your help, but you showed up anyway, you see. But they just kept all of these things inside, and they were appearing, once again, as agreeable. It was pretend. It was an act. It was what we say out in the street. They were being fake and phony. Means the same thing, but it is what it is, right? And so, too good to be true men and women are going to, once again, be there in the meantime because you are the apple of their eyes. This is why, once again, I tell believers to pray. Pray like never before, especially when it comes to meeting someone new. Okay? Pray like never before if this is a new relationship, but it seems to be going rather quickly into a serious commitment. God will show you the evidence and proof that this person is not for you when you start seeing more and more problems creep up. Distance is beginning to take place. You are not emotionally and or physically available like you once were because you said the prayer. That person is not emotionally and physically available like they once were. Too good to be true fades really quickly when you get God involved. You don't have much time on this planet, right? And you don't need to be wasting your years like so many of us have being with people who are not real. They're fantasy. They played the game well with others before you came along. It is a blessing when you're able to talk to an ex and you're not being disrespectful and you're being the logical, sensible one and you're willing to listen to what their experiences have been like with your current date or partner. It's a blessing. I didn't realize until later on in life. And I was like, wow. When the opportunity is there to speak to an ex, just take it. Because that ex may be the one that's going to keep you out of so much drama. Of course, your current partner doesn't want you to talk to the ex. Of course, because he or she can't control what that ex is going to tell you. We don't need lies when we're in new relationships. We need the truth. And you know that current partner who's too good to be true is not going to tell you the truth as to why they broke up. They're not going to tell you all of their faults. They'll say, yeah, we all have our faults. That's general. No, why specifically is it that seemingly good relationship with that so-called decent woman or nice woman that you've been talking about came to an end? If it's so great and wonderful, how come you're not over there with her? What did you do? Because you already told me what all she did. I want to know what you did. Of course, they're not going to be that honest with you. They're going to give you just enough for you to be satisfied with. But if you want the whole story, you would have to sit down with the exes, not just one ex, but the exes. And they probably will have an experience that's similar, a pattern that shines a light on your partner's weaknesses. And then you can make a determination whether or not you want to go through the fire like they did. And I'll tell you that nobody is worth going through any fires for. I've learned that over the years. I don't care how much money they make, how good they look, who all they know. They're not worth it. No, what's worth it is staying close to Christ and allowing him to heal you from the inside and out, and then waiting on him to give you the desires of your heart. And even though you might think the desires of your heart is to be with a man or a woman at this particular time in your life, God may just have other plans. And that's why some people don't want to get God involved, because they know that the truth is going to hurt, that you're not ready. And that's why these relationships are more challenging than they need to be, because somebody is not emotionally available. They're still thinking about an ex. They're not physically available because they're often broke, busted, and disgusted. They're not spiritually available because they don't even have their spiritual house in order. For some of these people, don't even believe in God. And we are made of mind, body, and spirit. So if that person who you're connecting with does believe in God, you got a problem right from the start. Or you believe in God, but they're just, I don't know. You got a problem from the start. And you can check out those audios on being unequally yoked. Well, thank you as always for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen. You've been listening to YouTube NM Enterprise 7. May God bless you as well as those that you love. Please do check the description box for anything that might be of interest, and feel free to subscribe, like, comment. You can also click the notification bell for the latest audio messages. Once again, blessings to you.